Hi everyone and welcome back to Chess for Charity. In this puzzle, your pieces are under attack. Your opponent just played knight c4, attacking both your rook and your bishop. How do you defend both of these pieces? Or how do you save one of them? Try to see if you can figure this out. This is classified as a defensive chess puzzle because of the way that you can save the game. And in fact, you have an advantage in this position if you can find the one move that makes it all work together. So give it a try. Before I show the solution, I would quickly encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Half of the income that I earn on this channel goes directly to charity. So subscribing, liking, all that stuff helps me out so much. I'd be incredibly grateful if you did. So in this position, knight c4 just hits you. What do? Right? A beginner might go, oh, you just go here, protect this. Well, remember that that's still under attack. So don't do that. Instead, sometimes in chess and in other things, the best defense is an aggressive offense. So instead of being on the defensive and saying maybe I have to just move my rook out of the way or maybe I go here, instead you do something else. So let me just quickly show why this idea is flawed. If I play rook d7, the idea being that after this is captured, maybe I go knight e7 check and I win this rook. Does that idea good or is that idea bad? See if you can figure out the idea there. Is it good or bad? Well, it's white to move, right? They just did this and we have 3, 4, 5, 6 pawns. They have 5 pawns and they have 2 pieces for my rook. Not too bad. But you have to ask yourself, do I want to make a move that just keeps it equal, or do I want to look for a move that wins the game? Now, an important pattern that I think it's worth noting is this knight and this rook. They're right next to each other. Let me ask you a question. How long does it take for a knight to get to the square right next to it? Think about that for a second. How many moves does it take? If you think about it, you would say, oh, it just takes maybe 3. And you're right about that. Here, 1, 2, 3. There's an example. It has to be an odd number because it has to change color squares. And it's clearly not 1 move, so therefore it must be 3. It can't be 2 because that would be a light square. So, great. We figured that out. What am I trying to get at here? Well, the winning move in this position is knight e7 check. What? Well, I'm not leaving both things hanging. How is this a winning move? Look at the way this knight maneuvers. This knight plays knight e7 check. The king has 2 options, f7 or h8. Let's just look at f7. Why not? Now look what I can do. I can play knight takes c8. And because of the geometry of the position or the knight maneuvering ability, whatever you want to call it, I am now in time to capture the rook, capture the knight after it's captured by black's knight. So look at this. I play knight e7 check. The idea being that now I'm making this maneuver so I am in time to capture. Now what if you instead take this one? Is that good or bad? Well, first of all, it's not that good because you just gave up like a lot more for what you got in return. I play knight b6 and look at my pieces. I have 2 rooks and a knight, which means our knight's offset, our rook's offset, and look what I have. I am up in exchange, plus I have these 2 pawns. This one's protected, by the way, and I have equal pawns on this side of the board. So white is completely winning in that position. So the reason I want to show this is just to show this pattern that even when you get forked with the king, with the knight in the middle of the board, don't think defensively. Immediately don't think defensively. Look for an active defense. And in this case, knight e7 check, king f7, and after knight takes c8, if you capture me on d6, I am just in time to capture. And this position is absolutely winning. Because look what I can do. I can just go c4. Right? What are you going to do? You're going to go here? Try to attack me? Is that a good idea? No. That just hangs a pawn. So I think this is more of a puzzle geared toward a beginner level or intermediate level. When something is under attack, don't just immediately assume that you have to run away. Instead, look for an active defense. Look for a way that you can put pressure on your opponent. So I hope it's valuable. I saw this puzzle and thought, man, I'd love to make a video about a defensive chess puzzle. And this is one of those puzzles. Knight e7. If the king goes in the corner, you could just do the same stuff here. And if they take you, you get a 2-for-1 special right there. You got 2 pieces for the price of 1. Hopefully you learned something from that. Keep in mind that pattern. Those knights are very tricky, and if you get used to how they move, you can become a better chess player. But that's it for now. Thank you so much. Bye.